vlogged, that's the dishwasher you hear. Haven't vlogged in a while, like just daily vlogged, your typical vlog. So thought I'd do that today. I'm going off to work. I have a community hall shift, which I'm happy about. I have a community hall mid shift, which is like 11:15 to 7:30, which I love even more because it means I get to sleep in and I don't get home too late. It's also my Saturday today, or sorry, it's also my Friday today. It's Saturday. So that's also something very exciting about. I've got my lunch. I made Tone It Up pumpkin spice muffins. I also have some green tea that I put juice in. Jared and I have been really getting into juice and taking vitamins a lot lately. And anyway, let's get to the car, shall we? In other news, the community hall has been decked out with Halloween stuff. It's like, it is Halloween. That and our movie list has like all of the best Halloween movies on it, and so it's literally been like a Halloween movie marathon almost every single day I work in the hall. And Shay is coming to visit in a couple of weeks with little Cassidy. It'll be interesting to have a little one in the apartment because we haven't had a little one that young, or any kids rather, in Jared's in my apartment at all, like ever. Also, my mom has surprised me. She's going to visit me for my 30th birthday in November. That is super duper exciting. You guys may or may not remember when my mom came to visit for her birthday a couple of years ago. She came to stay for 2 weeks. I was working. She came to stay for 2 weeks mostly because I was working, and it was so nice to have a mom in the apartment. Now back then it was just me and the girls, so that's different versus, you know, me and my husband. I know that she'll like take us out and like we'll get to play in the parks and see different stuff, and so I'm really excited about all of this. Anyway, I have just pulled up into work and I'm going to fix my lipstick, or my non-existent lipstick, and I will see you guys after work most likely. Hey guys, so it is not after my shift. It is actually a couple days after my shift. So a lot happened. Well, first off, I didn't finish vlogging Saturday because that was like the busiest day that we had in a really long time. That evening was probably one of the worst sleeps that I had. I stayed up, or I didn't stay up, I went to sleep, then I set my alarm to wake up, woke up at midnight, checked my schedule. I tried to, and the way I test it is because you can search for available shifts or you can search for ineligible shifts. I don't know why you'd want to search for those, but I searched for the ineligible ones because if I see shifts that I can't take, that means that there are shifts that means that they have posted the shifts to pick up. Because what's been happening lately is they haven't been posting the extra hour shifts at midnight with the schedule, which is what they typically do. They haven't been doing that lately. Excuse me, because I'll look for shifts and there'll be nothing. And then I'll look for ineligible shifts and there'll be nothing. So basically what I did Saturday evening is I stayed up, like I refreshed the page over and over again for almost an hour, and then I set my alarm for 10 minutes, like tried to close my eyes, and I did that like 3 times, realizing I wasn't getting any sleep. And so at about 1:30, I set my alarm for 30 minutes, went to sleep, alarm went off, still hadn't posted it yet, so I set my alarm again for 30 minutes at 2, it's now 2 a.m. in the morning. Went to sleep, woke up at 2:30, and lo and behold, they had shifts. And what was great about it is because it's a bittersweet thing because everyone looks at their schedule at midnight. And I know this because like I always have like loading issues when it comes to loading my shift at midnight because everyone wants to see what their schedule is going to be like. And and typically with that, they pick up their shifts, like I just said. Well, because they didn't post the shifts that were available until 2:30 in the morning, I was able to pick up all Mickey's Not So Scary wristband shifts, which are later in the evening, but I really want to work the party before, because I mean, it's October, this is the last month we get to have Mickey's Not So Scary. And so it was so bittersweet, because like on the one hand, I got such crap sleep that night, like I got the worst sleep like I have like in a very long time. But I'm working Mickey's Not So Scary all next week, and I really hope that they don't delete those shifts. I can't imagine that they would, because the parties are getting more popular closer we get to Halloween. But that is what happened, and so then Sunday I pretty much did nothing. I just sat in bed and did nothing. I was exhausted. I felt just like, ugh. With that, Jared and I discussed what we want to do for Halloween. Halloween is going to be falling on the Run Disney Expo this year. And Saratoga Springs is doing some fun Halloween stuff as well. So what we are going to be doing is we are going to be, before the Frozen 2 movie comes out, I'm going to be Elsa and he's going to be Jack Frost. That's a costume coupling that we've been wanting to do for a while now, and I thought, why not now? You know, just before the new movie comes out. So I ordered, my dress should actually come today, which is really exciting. I'm doing kind of like a Dapper Day Danny version, because the dress is not straight at all. Her dress is not my style at all, so I'm making it my style. But what I'm doing, I ordered a periwinkle, like, kind of Dapper Day poofy dress, and then I have, kind of see, they're like little snowflake crystallization. They're actually on a piece of fabric. I have to re-glue them. I use hot glue, glitter, and then some tulle. And then for my shoulder pads, I'm going to put some accents on these for my shoulders. And then I'm going to pin them or sew them in. And I'm really excited about it. I have begun reorganizing, also going through, because I've discovered there's a lot of stuff in here that doesn't need to be in here. And literally organizing furniture-wise, like where stuff is, for the last couple of hours, and I made a compromise. Kiki likes sitting by the window, and she likes being in this room. This is my room. Understandable. She likes being by the window. I like being by the window. I like my desk being by the window. So I basically reorganized my little corner right here. I moved that which she's sitting on was over behind me here, and I basically moved this from the corner over there over to here, and I just kind of shuffled all this down a little bit. And now I'm currently going through basically all of the stuff here, because I moved my Xbox. I don't use my Xbox 360 as much anymore. We're getting rid of the TV because we don't use that anymore. So I have space over there now, and so I'm currently just kind of going through everything that's in here, making sure it all has a place, it all belongs in here. I want to keep it, so on and so forth, because I haven't gone through this room in a while. Also, in the process of me going through this stuff, I have been looking for some of my earlier medals for like months now, and I finally found them. So I now have all of my medals here. I've got my very first Cinderella 5K back from 2014. And then I've got my Ariel 5K, I've got the Rapunzel 5K, I've got the virtual 5K that I did for training last year, along with these two, the Color Run Blast 5K, and then I put the zombie medal away because it's terrifying, but it's the challenge here to run 2 5Ks. Those were virtual runs as well, part of my training from last year. The Castaway K5K that I did from the cruise that Jared and I went on, and then I've got my Mulan 10K that I did this spring, and then of course my half marathon medal that I did last year. And it makes me so happy to have them all here. I don't know where the rest of my bibs are, but there's not really a whole lot of space up here. Anyway, these are my favorites anyway. Of course, the Ariel one that Ariel actually signed for me. The Mulan one, because that was my first 10K, and then of course my half marathon. That was my first half marathon. But yeah, I'm really excited. I'm going to be working on my Elsa costume a little more when my dress actually gets here, so that way I can pinpoint things together. I also made, with the Tone It Up 31-day challenge, I've been trying to meal prep a little more, and so last week I made basically pumpkin spice muffins with the coffee latte protein that Tone It Up has, and I used like I didn't use any sugar or anything. I used like maple syrup and stuff to give it like that like rich like fall taste. And those tasted so good. And I made them in my mini muffin tin, and I had those all last week. This week, I decided to do chocolatey, dark chocolatey. I did still put a little pumpkin spice in it, and I actually put a little bit of peanut butter in it as well. Again, didn't use any sugar. I used honey instead for sweetener, and then I put a lot of cocoa, unsweetened cocoa powder in it, and I did use unsweetened dark chocolate morsels. They still taste really good though. And I used, of course, my chocolate protein powder from Tone It Up. Oh, I also put espresso sugar. That's the only sweetener that I use other than honey. Is I use espresso sugar from the tea company that you can get it. I think it's called Mickey's Pantry at Disney Springs. They have like all these different flavored sugars and teas and stuff, and I have espresso sugar that I never use, and so I decided to use some in this, and they taste really good. Alrighty, so I decided to actually end this vlog. Go check out my Teespring shop and my Etsy shop, see if there's any digital downloads you may want or t-shirts, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye!